Welcome back, students. This is again for the chapter number 5. We are going to deal with the topics that is acids, bases and salts. Here there is a need to understand that what is acid, what is a base and what is salt. Before I go ahead, I want to show you something. See, this you have already seen. This is a lemon. This is a paper soap. As you can see here, this is a paper soap, this is a lemon and this is vinegar. Okay, and here some more. Yeah, the sugar. And this is the baking powder that you all are using at your home. See, this is what actually tamarind. So these are the basic things that in day-to-day life we are using. Even the toothpaste also. Have you think about it that among these, which one is the acid and which one is the base? This is what we are going to study. This is a basic thing that you must need to understand the acids, bases and the salts in a day-to-day life. And furthermore, we will discuss that what are these substances that are present in the laboratory that are synthesized one. See, this lemon, it's a citric acid. Okay, and this acid that we can drink in the form of lemon juice. So that is not creating any form of harm effect in our body. Then the soap, this is a base. Okay, this is a base and this base does not put any effect, not any sort of burning sensation. Okay, these are very useful. And here the vinegar, as I showed you, this vinegar we are using in pickles. So to avoid the microorganisms growth. Okay, and the sugar, this is the neutral substance. Okay, this is neither acidic nor basic. Now let us discuss more in this chapter. The topic next I am going to deal is this. This is the introduction part. You must know that what is acids and what are base. In a day-to-day life, we use the curd, lemon juice, orange juice, vinegar. So they contain the acid and their chemical nature is acidic in nature. Okay. On the other hand, this is the base. Base, do you know any example of base that you are using at your home? Yeah, that is baking soda that you are putting into for rise up in case of, yes, the cakes. The baking soda, the taste is bitter. Okay, and it feels soapy. If you just rub it on your hand or you just taste it, the taste of the base is bitter, okay, and it feels like a soap that you have rubbed the soap on your hands. The base structure is like that. So they are called the bases, and the bases are found in the soap, in the bleach also, and the washing powder, etc. And the chemical nature is basic. Obvious, the basic nature of the base. Next one is the acid and the acids that we are talking about here. From which word it comes? It comes from the Latin word that is acidus. Okay, acidus means that is sour. So the lemon juice, it has the intensity of the sourness and it varies in different acid. It is not that this intensity is same. The sour taste is same in every substance. It varies. But in case of here, you can see, before I go ahead for base, let us understand in a day-to-day life that what are the acids that we are taking in, okay, that are not harmful, that are organic. The lemon and the oranges and the grapes, these are all considered as acids. Next one is that what are the acids? If I tell you that you have to describe it, you have to explain this, so you must know that these acids these are common and some are the dangerous and can burn your skin. But the acid that I show you in the previous one, the naturally occurring, that occur in the lemon also, in vinegar, they are not putting any harmful effect on our health. Some are harmful that are in the laboratory. Say for example, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. They can even burn your skin. They are not supposed to be tasted. So these are they are safe to eat and the drink. The example is the lemon. And the stomach acid also help to digest the food. Even in the previous chapter in the digestion, we studied about the acid, hydrochloric acid that is present in the stomach. That is also safer. as it helps in the digestion. Next is here few of the examples that are naturally occurring. You must know that the natural acids, these are present in which substance. So, in the lemon, citric acid is present, vinegar, that is named acetic acid, and apples, malic acid, ants, formic acid, milk, lactic acid, and the same in the curd also, lactic acid. And the grapes, this is tartaric acid, and tomatoes, oxalic acid. So, you must remember the names of these naturally occurring acids. Next is the name of the acid. The name that I listed in the previous one, I told about you hydrochloric acid. The name is pronounced as hydrochloric. This hydrochloric, this is found in the stomach acid. Okay, in the stomach, their acid is also present, and that acid is known as hydrochloric acid. In the car batteries, you all have seen the batteries of the car. In the car batteries, their acid is also present. What is the name? Sulfuric acid. And in explosives, that the burst, the explosives, they have the nitric acid. Vinegar, as I show you, this vinegar consists of acetic acid. What is the name? That is acetic acid. In sodas, the sodas that you are drinking, that is also an acid. Which acid is there? That is carbonic acid. Next is flavoring common acids. The flavoring common acids that are being put into the different types of soft drinks and other. These are the phosphoric acid, and in the ant sting. Ant sting is the ant, you all have seen the ants. When they sting on the skin, they secrete an acid. The acid is present inside it, that is a formic acid, due to which the itching occurs. Okay, and the rashes also occurs on our skin. Next, the lemon and the oranges, all the citrus fruits, they consist of citric acid. Curd, as I told you earlier, the curd and the milk both have the lactic acid. Spinach, you all must eat it, and that is the oxalic acid. Amla, citrus fruits, these consist of the ascorbic acid. And tamarind is the, yes, as I show you earlier, this is the tamarind, and this tamarind is tartaric acid is present. The grapes, unripe mangoes, etc., these all consist of this tartaric acid. So, this is very important part of that. You must know the example of the naturally occurring substances and the which acid is present in that. Next, we have the, what are bases? This is another word for the base, that is alkali. So, what is the another name for the base? Alkali. And in this, in our home, we often use the bases. Do you know any example? That are like bleach and the toothpaste. This toothpaste that we are regularly using, this also consists of the base. Okay, the fluorides are present. And the some bases that are safe to use, just like the soap and the, just like this soap, this is the paper soap here, even the every other soap as well as the toothpaste, they both are considered as a base and they are safer to use. But some are dangerous, like strong ammonia or the drain cleaners. Drain cleaners, as nowadays we all are using at home, but they are not safer to use. Okay, they are putting a health hazard also. There are the examples also. So, right now here the base is, what actually the base is, the taste of the bases. This is mild bitter compound, and this mild bitter compound, this exists in the, the washing soda, the baking soda and the quicklime. Quicklime is that white color powder that is used that is being put into the pan that you all are eating, and secondly it's also used to paint the walls also. So, this is how that is the base. Now, what are the properties of the base? I think it is clear that they are bitter in taste, they are feel slippery, as when you are taking this paper and you hold it in your hand, you just imagine that the seems to be like slippery. Okay, and it is just like the soap, the bases change the color, that is red to blue color. When you test with the litmus paper, we have this litmus paper strip, and in that what happened, the color of the litmus paper is red. In the case of base, if I treat that with the, say for example, this I am having the base, that is the soap and the litmus paper. This litmus paper, if this is red in color, this will give a blue color with the base. And the bases that can be corrosive. Corrosive means that if you have seen the iron, it start corrosive property, that is its color becoming red. It lose its property, keep on losing it, that is a corrosive that destroys the metals and burning skin through the chemical action. Even some bases are just like, if you put it on your hand, say for example sodium hydroxide, that is a base that is present in the laboratories. Even in the drain cleaners, some strong bases are there that can even burn your skin, that are not safer to taste also. These are some of the lists that what are acids, neutral and the base. See the 7 pH, we just consider the pH level, and that is with the help of the litmus paper too. This neutral 7 pH, that is of the water. And below the 7, the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that is acidic. If the paper shows you the different colors and the 7 pH, below the 7, that all are considered as acidic, and above 7, these all are considered as a bases. And these include the baking soda, soap, ammonia, bleach and even oven cleaners also. So this is what the difference between the acids and the bases. Now the sodium hydrochloric, this sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH, this when going to react with the hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, what will it give? This is the acid and this is the base. When the acid and base, they both react with each other, it will give you a salt, that is NaCl, okay, and the water is formed. In this reaction, the acid plus base, this salt is formed, that is the process, the neutralization. Here the acid is neutralizing the base and base is neutralizing the acid, water is released and the salt is the product form. This is what the process neutralization. We will just study in detail in the next. Here what are salts? As I show you before, that acid and base, when they both react with each other. Okay, say for example if I take this acid, vinegar, and I treat with the base solution, any say for example detergent, any soap, then what is going to give? The water is released, somehow heat is also generated in this process, as well as the salt is formed. So salts, these are the class of the ionic compounds. Ionic compound that can be divided into like plus ion and the negative ions. Na positive, sodium positive ion and the negative ion. These can be broken down into different parts that can produce the acid and the base as when they are reacting. Okay, so this is what the acid and the base, they react, salt is formed. Next is here, this is the property that you must know, that acid and the bases and the salt, these are categorized into 3 things. Now the example for the acid, that is hydrochloric acid, indicated by the formula HCl, H2SO4 and citric acid. The common thing if you see here, the H is present in the case of acids, and the case of bases NaOH, calcium oxide, NH4OH, OH is present. Mainly the main funda on this in acids, the H positive is released easily. H positive ions are released. Okay, so here when it is going to be mixed with water, then H positive and Cl negative will release. That's why the acids are, and here they have not the property to lose the H electrons easily. Hydrogen atoms not release easily. And in case of salts, these 2 components, NaCl, that N is positive charge and Cl negative charge. Ionic, I told you that they have different charge on it, and when dissolved in water, dissociate completely. Sodium will get separate and chlorine will get separate. Another one in case of acids, sour in taste, these are bitter in taste, and these are usually salty. Acid neutralize the base, opposite. Acid will neutralize the base and base will neutralize the acid. Neutralization is cancelling out the 2 things. Now here salt is formed by this neutralization process. When acid and base will react with each other, then ultimately salt is formed. What is the identification of acid? As I told, it contains replaceable hydrogen, that is H positive. And here metal oxide, metal hydroxide or NH4OH, that means they have the oxide in it or OH positive. Okay, OH negative, sorry. So this is what the identification of the base. And in case of salts, how you will come to know this is a salt? They are the cations and the anions. What does mean? That cations will not have the H positive and anions will not have the O2 negative or OH negative. These are not present in case of these salts. This we will study in detail again. What is about the solubility of acids? Acids, these are soluble in water, and bases, these few bases are soluble. That means another name of base I told, alkalis. And here the two types that are maybe soluble or maybe insoluble. An indicator, if I talk about the litmus paper that is available in the laboratories, there are two types of paper are there, red and blue. In case of, if the paper of the litmus paper is blue color, if you put it into the acid, what color it will give you? The blue will change into red. See, to remember this, red is the sign of the danger and acids are, yes, not safer to touch. So they are, they can burn your skin. So here you can recall by this mnemonics that the blue color of the litmus paper that will turn into the red color, that is of the acids. Acids are dangerous. Okay, and the phenolphthalein that remains colorless in case of acid. Phenolphthalein is an indicator that we have in our laboratory. If you put that in the acid, it will not give you any color. Let us consider for the base, what will happen in case of base? Here the indicator test, that means here for the base I will take the red color litmus paper. Red color will change into the blue. Base, B for base and B for blue. This is a mnemonic to remember if you don't remember by this, that red litmus paper will turn the blue in case of the base, and the phenolphthalein, if you add the phenolphthalein in the bases, it will turn into pink color. And the salts, litmus paper, no change, and phenolphthalein remain the colorless. So this is all about the acids and bases and salts, general introduction of this chapter. We will discuss more in detail in further in our next video.